Romans chapter 7, verses 23 through 25. In this chapter, Paul is writing to the believers in Rome, where he uses the imagery of marriage to explain our relationship to the law. He notes that a married woman is legally bound to her husband only as long as he lives. If he passes away, she is entirely released from that covenant. In the same way, Paul explains that the death of Christ released us from our bondage to the law, freeing us to belong to another. But this raises a question. Is the law bad? Not at all. The law is good because it acts like a spotlight in a dark room, exposing sin for what it truly is. Without the law, we wouldn't fully recognize the deceitfulness of our fallen nature. The law is inherently spiritual, but we are human, fallen, and battling a sinful nature. Think about how this war plays out in our physical bodies. Every one of our physical senses and members can be leveraged by sin. Our eyes can wander in lust. Our mouths can speak deceit. And our hands and feet can lead us directly into compromise. While the enemy tries to exploit these physical gates, the real battleground is the mind, which connects us to the things of God. This brings us to verses 23 through 25, where Paul writes, "But I see in my members another law waging war against the law of my mind, and making me captive to the law of sin that dwells in my members. Wretched man that I am, who will deliver me from this body of death? Thanks be to God through Jesus Christ our Lord." Paul is describing an intense inward war. His mind loves God's law and desires to obey it, but the brokenness of his flesh pulls him toward the very things he hates. He recognizes that he cannot win this battle in his own strength. One mind cannot overpower the constant gravitational pull of the flesh. He needs a deliverer, and that deliverer is not our own ability to keep the law, but Jesus Christ, who saves us by his grace. Because the mind is the primary target of this warfare, Paul instructs us in Ephesians to put on the full armor of God, specifically highlighting the helmet of salvation. This helmet protects our thoughts and guards our perspective. To withstand the pressure of this world, we must actively protect our minds, keeping our eyes fixed on Christ, who has already secured our ultimate victory.